Hi, welcome. In this video here, as part of, again, the board training process, I'm out here day one. Again, just a few hours into Oliver being here. And again, I've already interacted with him by way of the flat collar. Here, I'm starting to use the pressure collar, okay, a little bit. I'm going to be interacting with Oliver. And very reactive, okay, a lot of stress on Oliver. You tell he has a lot of control in terms of relationship. But again, starting to become more agreeable even during day one. So here I'm going to be interacting with him once again. But again, I'm going to be using the pressure collar here just to get him somewhat used to it. It gives me the advantage. I'm going to be using it in such a way that not to create a high level of challenge with Oliver. But again, you saw in the last video where, again, going into a high level challenge, the mind really pulling in hard. So again, I'm going to be doing the same type of interaction with him, but just taking my time too as I do this. But I do want to get him used to the pressure collar at the same time. So I'm going to move forward with him here. Put him right into a sit position. Little push pull. Just a little tap when he gets like hears sounds and stuff. I'm just kind of nudging him a little bit, getting him to focus in on me. Okay, I'm moving forward again here. Just take a step, one step at a time. So this is a one-step method. Little push pull. The push-pull helps begin to establish a little bit of focus. Notice how I'm just, again, he's getting more agreeable. It's not to say I'm not going to have very challenging moments with Oliver, but again, so right here, again, so he's pulling back here. But again, the pressure collar gives me more, again, he senses through the pressure collar here that I have more leverage, okay? I have more control. I'm going to take advantage of that. Moving forward here. I'll put him into a sit. A little push pull. Just getting them used to it, but again, you know, so understand even when the collar looks tight, there's still, you know, there's still what I call a set point, which means that, you know, I'm just putting enough right here, for example, just standing still, looks very tight, but you know, there's a baseline. Okay, so which means that he gives, I give, so he starts to understand, you know, the concept. Okay, so it's not about, you know, it being super tight to create high challenge. It's just tight enough to keep it high up on his neck. And again, so here he's able to breathe and all that. So here, so he moves back, but there is a point here where it's like, you know, he knows that, hey, Dale doesn't, you know, he'll let me go back a little bit here, so I am accommodating, I'm letting him kind of work through it, but I'm stopping at a certain point. So I'm drawing into the integrity of the method more and more. So right here, we're just hanging out here. Notice I just, you know, I have one hand. I'm still taking my time, so I'm not moving forward fast. If you move too fast, that'll escalate him anyway. Same thing here. So I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just kind of, as he has a reaction here, I'm just kind of, you know, playing off of that. So he knows how he wants to push away here a little bit. You know, that's okay to a certain level, because again, there is a little bit of, you know, play here, so to speak, because it's like, you know, recognizing that he still needs to work through it. So I'm not trying to create a, you know, a situation that's going to create high challenge with him. Now, here, once I wait, now again, I'm going to move forward, take a step. I'm not saying, notice how I'm not speaking verbal language to him. He understands through how I'm using the leash that I want him to move forward. But notice how the choking and the reactions have greatly diminished, okay? Not saying I'm not going to get them, okay? But already starting to kind of get what the expectation is, and he's getting a little bit more aggressive. But part of the trick of this is just when I move forward, just, you know, stopping pretty quickly and putting him right back into a sit. So you can move forward just a step. Keep moving forward right into the sit. Little push pull. Nudging just a bit. I'm going to do a couple laps around here. Move forward. Right into the sit, little push pull, trying to go and get away from you a little bit here. But notice here when I'm dealing with it, I want him right beside me as close as possible, but at the same time, you know, allowing a little bit of, you know, little bit of give here. Now he starts going to the leash, just I'll apply a little bit more pressure. So that's the whole thing here. See, notice how, and the dogs will do that. They'll try to get a hold of something close. You want to get a hold of that leash. Apply just amount, just right at the, you know, right at the right time, just communicate with him to say, no, I want you to release. Then he releases, I take a little edge off of that. So it's just like, it's like an understanding. Okay, this is how it works. So even here, I don't want him touching me. You can tell a lot of that leaning behavior, all that leaning in, that's a sign he's very, very possessive of his owner, okay? All that type of leaning in. That'll clean up on its own, but when you see that with a dog trying to lean in, they want that emotional contact, okay? They're used to that. You know, that's a sign that type of connection was highly emotional. Okay, I want to keep it clean. I want a little bit of space here. But again, notice, you know, he's having some reactions here, but the choking and all the craziness is greatly diminished already. Not to say that we don't have a ways to go here in the process, but you can tell here he's starting to get even more agreeable because, you know, just the same thing, certain way of thinking, right? I'm keeping him right here at my left side, and be whatever side that you want him on. The same thing, I move forward, watch that move forward, just take one little step and put him right into the sit, little push pull, little tap with the leash here. Take another step. Same thing, my goal here is just to take a couple laps around here. Again, because this all helps with taking him to the bathroom, even with the crate. I'm just hanging up, I'm not petting on him either. I might have some really great moments here, but I'm careful not to pet, because if I pet, it changes the theme as to what I'm doing. But see him trying to lean here? All right. You know, interesting, right? And I just apply enough pressure. I don't want him leaning on me. I want to keep it clean. This isn't about emotion, it's about leadership. I want him very close though, but I just don't want him leaning. Same thing, take another step forward. Now he's gonna, you know, at a certain point here, I expect him to get a little reactive. Because here's the thing, if you let him lean on you, it'll actually look better because he's getting comfort the wrong way. Okay, and it'll actually lead you into believing things that aren't true. Because again, you have to keep, in order to gain context here, you have to keep these interactions have to be established the right way. Okay, through leadership. No leaning, no touch. Moving forward, right into the sit, little push pull. Now I'm gonna put him into a down here. Same thing, see I'm putting pressure. The downs are helpful to take more stress off him, but see, just lean in, he goes down, I'm gonna keep authority on him. Now I'm gonna bring him up. I didn't want him to go down there too long because he'll go into a state, because he's used to using his body weight, okay, to make this stop. But notice the leaning again. That leaning is a sign that, you know, Dale, I really would like you to pet all over me and get really emotional with me. So that's a pathway to make all this stop. Okay, that's a problem. So you do not want, he needs leadership. But even notice the leaning away, right? Because he's working through this. You know, he's saying, okay, Dale's a different type of creature here. You know, he's, you know, which is what he needs. So understand, I'm giving him not what he needs, not what he wants. You know, he wants control back. He needs someone to take control from him in a good way, so that the stress will come off of him and his perceptions, thinking change, which leads to all the things that you want, diminishment of unwanted behavior. So moving forward again here, same thing. Now he's locking in right now. He's kind of testing, you know, but see right there, collapse his mind, bring him in, little push pull. There we go. Over here. So Oliver is doing much better even after a couple of hours. Okay, I've adjusted, you know, switched to the pressure collar. But notice there wasn't a single moment of choking.